This is Captain Crow. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to give you an update on our Garmin Panoptix. In the spring, on one of my previous videos, I showed you that we had added the Garmin Panoptix to our boat, and it's been 2 or 3 months of running it, and I have the opportunity now to show you some of the screens, some of the controls, actually some recorded screens of fish approaching and whatnot, just to give you an idea on what's entailed on the Garmin Panoptix. So let's have a look. Flat with a roll. I bought the Garmin EchoMap UHD 95SV from Cabela's. It came with its own transducer, but I also bought a PS30 Panoptix transducer. Here you can see our PS30 mounted on the starboard side of the boat. I have it installed in the flipped orientation, and I'll show you what that means. Here's a picture of our boat and the PS30 beneath the deck. So I can see fish coming from the front end, and I can see them going out the back end, from right to left. What I can't see is if fish are coming from the port side or starboard side. But I think I like this orientation. It works best for us. Here's what traditional sonar looks like. You just see it right under the boat for a second, and then it's gone if it's out of that cone. Alright, here's the speed over ground. This is a data overlay that you can superimpose over your screen. This is the gain button for the signal strength of the Panoptix. You can go auto, or you can adjust manually up or down. And here is the depth of the Panoptix, what it's scanning to right now, 120. You could turn that on auto and it'll adjust as the depth of the bottom adjusts. Here you can see rigger 1, the cannonball. You can see rigger 2 cannonball at 80 feet roughly. Here's a cheater or a slider on rigger 2, which is half of the 80, which is 40. Here you can see some bait coming in. So this is a bait ball. Nice to see. And you can see some small fish following in behind the bait. Here I want you to focus on the noise. So as I speed the motor up, you'll see some noise generated. And I'm in auto gain. So what I'm gonna have to do, because sometimes I speed up because of the current, and that noise shows up, so I'll turn the gain into manual just by reducing. So I'm going to go down, lower the gain, and that noise kind of goes away. So you see the 2 balls, you can see the cheater, and actually you might even have 2 cheaters on, a cheater on each line, and you can see the bait coming in at that 30-foot range, right above the cheaters. Here comes that bait ball again. A lot of bait this day, on this day. Little fish following in behind. Keep showing up every now and then. And you can see a couple bigger ones down at the bottom. Now those could be Lakers down at the bottom. That's probably why we're not fishing that deep. We didn't want Lakers. Here you can see bait coming in again. Nice strong big ball of bait. You gotta love that. There's fish all around. There's fish above it. It's gonna be fish below it. And on this day, it turned out they weren't huge ones, but for this particular screenshot, it's just nice to see the bait and the fish following. Here you see our slider. You'll see an incoming fish. He's gonna take a race at that slider, I think. He's ahead of the bait, so he's following the bait ball. He's around the bait ball, so these are active fish. And you'll see that fish not take the cheater, but he'll take a run up at the bait. There he goes, up into the bait ball. And we didn't get any bites on that particular run of bait. We got a fish at the bottom. Again, I think that's a laker because we're only in 91 feet of water. A couple of them. You can see we're bringing one ball up, and then we're going to send the other one down to where those marks were. But you can, with the Panoptix, you can see the fish have already went by where the ball went down to. Okay, we've let that weight down. Let's look at the blowback. We're pretty deep, so I expect to have a lot of blowback. And I got the boat chugging along pretty good at 2.4, 2.5. So I started out at 20-foot blowback, but now with the weight so deep, that 16-pound POW, I'm going to gain another 15 feet there. So that's something you can see with the Panoptix. So I want to show you here, there's a fish hanging around the slider. Right there, you see him. But I can't tell if he's on the slider or the port side or starboard side. I can see him going further back and eventually he disappears, but that's the thing. I can see front, rear, but I can't tell port or starboard. So here you'll see a couple fish coming in the bottom. And I know the location we were fishing at 85 feet. Those are Lakers. We were hunting fish. This is a shallow area. It's warm. Definitely Lakers. That's why we weren't down there. Okay, looks like we got two cheaters out. Looks like there could possibly be a fish following one of the cheaters. Here comes a bait. You're gonna see a hit here. There's the fish.
Flat with a roll.
And he's got it. So that's pretty neat. You could see it coming. You could see him hanging around. And all that does is tell us to get ready. That's what I like about it. Overall, my consensus is we're really happy with the Panoptix. It's actually fun to watch. Actually, some days it pisses me off and other days I'm happy. But the piss off part is like you see fish coming in at your ball and nothing's hitting. But on the bright side, at least I get to see it and get the opportunity to make an adjustment on a lure or the bait presentation. Personally, I'm happy with the orientation that we put the transducer in. I like seeing fish coming from the front to the rear and beyond. Future plans will be to put one at the back. But for this year, we tried one up front. Really happy with it. It's working fine for us. It's given us just another tool to use. You know, I would recommend getting one. What do you got to lose? All right, let's carry on. Okay, here's your bonus tip for your Garmin Panoptix LiveVu down screen. I had a pet peeve about on the left side of my screen, I had a sonar overlay, the sonar history overlay, and I couldn't seem to get rid of it. I checked forums, even called Garmin, and the guy gave me a step-by-step instructions on how to remove it from the screen. It must have been a different echo map because it wasn't my echo map. What I was supposed to see on pages, I wasn't seeing, and I kind of figured it out. So I'm going to give you the play-by-play on that, and hopefully that'll help you out. So you can see the sonar history on the left-hand side of the screen. From your home page, I want you to select Panoptix. From the Panoptix screen, we'll select LiveVu down, which is what we do all the time. So let's select menu from this page. And from the LiveVu down menu, we're going to hit sonar setup. And on the setup page, we're going to hit layout. And you're going to see scroll history. and you'll see hide, and I want you to click hide, and that should hide your sonar history overlay. I guess I wish I could have had this information, but we figured it out. So hopefully this helps you. All right, hope you enjoyed this review, and keep tight lines and have safe fishing.